From the Renaissance to the present day, artists have constantly challenged the perception of themselves and others through the portrait, distilling the essence of what it is to be human. From the second half of the 20th century, artists including Francis Bacon, Andy Warhol and Peter Doig have radically updated our understanding of the genre. One of the greatest painters of the 20th century, Francis Bacon marked the bridge between tradition and modernity. His ability to imbue the brushstroke with vitality, an almost perceptible pulse, reveals the true nature of the subject. Study for head of Lucian Freud is one of only 2 single portrait heads that Bacon executed of his friend and sometime rival, Lucian Freud. The essence of Freud emerges from a sumptuously thick and complex surface comprised of expressive impasto, crisp white titanium mixed with sweeps of emerald, all set against a velvety void of heavily stippled black paint. His features appear and dissolve in alternating sweeps of gestural paint. Darkly haloed by a thin trail of emerald tracing the outline of Freud's head, this painting offers more than representation. Bacon encapsulates the very essence of the individual in paint. Andy Warhol, the consummate image maker, elevates his own face to the status of an icon. Completed shortly before his sudden death in 1987, Andy Warhol's self-portrait belongs to his late, great self-portraits, depicting the artist up close and personal. Uniquely rendered in scarlet red and intense cadmium yellow, the closely cropped classic 40-inch square format encourages us to stare deep into his darkened eyes and analyze every square inch of his face. The artist's sculpted, skull-like face, heightened by the contrast between the light and dark of its electric color, has a vanitas quality. This portrait is both a self-examination as well as a self-presentation. In these last self-portraits, Warhol consciously presents himself as an artificial construct. His unblinking gaze oscillates between telling us all and telling us nothing. In doing so, Warhol was addressing one of the great themes of art history, that of the aging master taking perhaps a last look at himself, a poignant memento mori. Gasthof is a rare self-portrait by Peter Doig, an ethereal, dreamlike scene that allows the imagination to drift from the present to some otherworldly space. Dressed in costume, the artist stands as a gatekeeper to an unknown paradise under a dusky sky. The presence of the canoe in the background appears like a talisman, a touchstone for the artist throughout his oeuvre. Gasthof was originally begun in London, but completed in Trinidad. It is one of a handful of pictures he made at this key moment of life change, when he was dreaming of another world. In this painting, the fluid nature of the grass reminds us of Francis Bacon's application of paint, while the shimmering layers of colour, the liquid properties of the paint, and the tactile surface make this a celebration of painting.